Yeah, okay, reconnected. Don't know how that happened.
This is 28-year-old John Blauvelt, learning that his missing wife was discovered in an abandoned house, brutally murdered, surrounded by satanic markings. However, John had a disturbing secret he couldn't tell the interviewer that
That's
day.
low-key fucking crazy.
Now, if I wipe her down.
Using
Chat. 17-year-old girlfriend. 17, chat. Oh, let me change my Twitch, just change that real quick.
Using his military experience, he carried out a near-perfect murder that kept detectives one step behind.
Spoiled teen thinks she can get away with murder. Is that what the have you? I didn't think that. Where? Which one? Where do you see that? Where? What title is it? I'm talking about the 17-year-old teen Matt. Yeah, I'm still here. Am I frozen? Oh. Yeah, just refresh stream. You're good. I don't see that. I think that was on the old one. Yeah, also, to think you can get away with murder, you gotta be fucked up.
For years. By the time investigators began to narrow in on him, John was already long gone, living in a new state, in a new house,
Damn.
running away with his 17-year-old girlfriend, and
There's Jadeon. Hey, Jadeon.
seemingly getting away for good.
Yeah.
This defies any kind of logic
Okay.
that
Also, why kill her, bro? It just makes no sense. Oh, fuck, I'm muted.
We know more than you think we do.
What if I told you that your cell phone did ping somewhere other than where you say you were?
We got a Valorant fucking ad.
It's 2:15 p.m. on October 24th, 2016. 22-year-old Katie Blauvelt is captured on CCTV inside her workplace. Her shift
she's
is
only
soon coming to
22.
an end, and she's planning to meet her mother at 3 p.m. that same day. She leaves, calls her mother, and takes a selfie, unaware it's the last photo she ever takes.
That's sad.
Not long after, her phone pings a location for the last time, and Katie disappears without a trace. 5 hours passed by. It's now 7 p.m., and Katie never arrived for dinner with her mother. Worried, the mother and other family members try calling her multiple times, but her phone has no signal. At 7:48 p.m., Katie's mother reports her missing. Officers, friends, and family mobilize to look for her, and the
Dude, he
search
makes such
officially
good YouTube
begins.
content.
But this left detectives with a critical 5-hour gap in the timeline, one they would spend months trying to piece together. 10 hours would go past without any clues about Katie's whereabouts. Then, at 12:33 a.m., the police receive an unexpected call. One of Katie's friends is on the line, claiming he's just found her body dead inside
He? How did he know?
an abandoned house deep in a nearby forest.
Simpsonville 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Yeah, so, okay, why are you out there? How the fuck do you know who she is? And, yeah.
I'm in that Discover Church across from it in the woods.
You're at Discover Church across from where?
In the woods across from it.
You're in
I was worried about my friend, Katie, and she went missing. She's been missing for a while now, and we came in this house that we used to all hang out in, and she's no alive.
Quickly, medics and police rush to the address of an abandoned house deep in the woods. Upon arriving,
Chat, I think he's innocent just because of the way his voice shakes. Because there's a lot of times in these videos where someone will, like, call in a dead body and be like the killer will call in a dead body and be like, oh yeah, she's dead.
at the scene, officers notice multiple graffiti markings, including apparent satanic symbols. Soon after, they identify the caller as Wayne Roper, a friend of Katie who leads them into the basement of the abandoned house. There, officers find a large concrete box sealed with plywood. When they remove the cover, they're met with a horrifying sight. Katie's body lies inside, with a knife pierced through her
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
neck and 16 stab wounds across her body.
Damn.
The lack of struggle and the state of her clothing, with her shirt pulled up and her lower clothes missing, suggested a sexually motivated killing. All of these details point detectives straight to Wayne as their first potential suspect. But what they don't realize is that this is exactly what the killer wants them to think. Every detail of the scene has been arranged to send them chasing the wrong lead. Without realizing it, detectives have walked straight into the killer's setup.
That's smart.
As the night went on, forensics revealed chilling details. Katie's body had been dragged to the basement, and her phone was found submerged in water to destroy it. Wayne is detained and brought in for questioning. At the moment, detectives believe they have their killer, and they're ready to push for a...
I mean, it makes sense. Like, how was he able to find his friend's body in a random house in a basement? But also, like, just the way he was acting, I don't think it wasn't.
Wayne, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, brother.
Hey, buddy. What's your name, pal?
Chat, if you are ever arrested or detained by the police, the only thing you should say is, I will not speak to you until I have a lawyer. It does not matter what it is. It does not matter if you are innocent. Does not matter. First thing you say is, I will not talk to you without my lawyer present. He does not have a lawyer present. There should not be a word coming out of his mouth. Oh, I don't know. I like the video.
Roper. Sorry, Franklin Wayne Roper.
Franklin or Wayne?
Think about me.
At this point, Wayne believes he's been brought in to be questioned as a witness after the heartbreaking discovery, unaware that detectives are already convinced about his involvement in the murder and any statement he makes.
Let me switch my stream real quick into... I'll do just chatting.
Might be used against him.
I think you know why you're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me
What the
how
fuck is this guy doing in the corner? He's just fucking stroking his shit.
did you meet Katie? Just from the time you met her, kind of what your relationship was, and leading up until, 11:30 or so last night, okay?
I do want to know what the
I first met her, we were friends at first, and then we dated for like a month or so.
I fucking knew he was lying. When he just said, oh, we were just friends. Yeah, bro. I knew you're in love with her.
And then that's whenever I moved to Liberty with my dad, and we stayed in contact for a little bit, and then once I left my dad's and went to North Carolina, we lost contact.
Detectives begin the interview by learning that Wayne and Katie were once together, but quickly, Wayne reveals something that would immediately put suspicion onto his name.
Maybe a year later, that Katie got married to John Lavelle, and then one night she came and hung out with us with John. It was the first time I've seen her since I moved.
Once again, he says something that puts suspicion on his name. Chat, lawyer. Get a fucking lawyer.
And since then, John offered me to move in with them, a roommate, being $200 a month. And I took it up. It was a big deal.
$200 a month?
So you live with her and her husband?
Yeah,
That's weird.
it was.
When was this? Do you remember when this was?
When I lived with them, it was before June this year.
As Wayne explains that he once dated Katie and later lived with her and her husband, detectives gain another reason to suspect him.
But they also only
Jealousy.
dated for a month, bro.
Governor
Like,
Abbott has endorsed our campaign for comptroller
A month
because
ain't
I'm a
shit.
conservative he can trust. We work together.
And just
like, okay, they were friends. They tried out dating. Clearly didn't work out. They might be sleeping together, you know, because, I mean, the closure wasn't, like, that good. Because, like, they lost contact with each other. But, I don't know. It's like, I guess it's a little weird, but also the husband invited him.
as everything
She
appears to be
didn't.
moving in the perfect direction for the real killer and his carefully constructed plan.
Lawyer. If you had a lawyer, this shit won't happen. You gotta remember, they don't care about getting, like, technically the right person. They just need to close the case. They would rather close the case with an innocent person that roughly matches the fucking story than do more work and like spend more money trying to find an actual killer, because it earns them more money, it makes them look better in the short run, because they're like, oh, we closed this murder case in this amount of time, but instead of, hey, I actually need to take more time to find the real killer. And yeah, lawyer.
And Wayne makes a claim that complicates the investigation and may just be enough to ruin the killer's plan.
Living there, everything like going okay, you know. Then they started having arguments because of me, because she used to talk about me before, and she told me that he was jealous of me.
Brother, he invited you into his home, knowing that who you were, and he's jealous. Yeah, what an idiot, bro. What a fucking idiot. If you don't want your wife getting cracked by her ex-boyfriend, don't invite him into the home.
Their arguments started getting worse, and that was whenever he got drunk one night and he cussed her out, and he had her in the bathroom. They were just pretty much just screaming at each other, and then from there she ended up moving back in with her mom, I think.
When did you and Katie's, when you were living with John and Katie, were y'all being intimate with each other?
Good question.
It was long ones.
I fucking called it, chat. I fucking called it. I fucking called it. I told y'all that they were gonna sleep together. I fucking knew it.
And John was there or not there?
The fuck he watched?
Yeah, it was like a gruesome thing.
Chat, no wonder he's fucking jealous. Also, she agreed. She agreed to get piped by her ex-boyfriend because in front of her husband. And fucking insane. And he watched.
And how did that come about?
How did that come about? Where did that fucking come from?
I was drunk and he was drunk, and it was her idea.
It was her idea? Bro, she couldn't have made it any less obvious.
Like after that,
More
like,
obvious, I mean.
he changed.
No shit, he changed. He watched you fuck his wife. He watched you fuck his wife, bro. I fucking knew this is why she was gonna end up dead. Like, obviously, he should have just left her. But I fucking knew at the beginning of this, ex-boyfriend, friend searching for, yeah, fuck no. And then, oh, they moved it. Of course they're gonna fuck. And then, husband gets jealous, husband kills her, and, yeah. Chat, you're a fucking idiot to invite your girlfriend's ex to come live with them. Because there's a difference between, like, an ex where, like, they had closure, they had time to, like, work out their shit, right? But, oh my god. To work out their shit, closure, they figure it all out, there's no intimacy between them. Like, all that, and they remain regular friends. This was not the case. He left, they lost contact. There's no closure there. They're still wondering what could have happened between each other, and then you're putting them in the same house together, where y'all are seeing each other every single day, and you expect them not to fuck? Yeah, my husband's an idiot.
If true, Wayne's claims about
Also, this is not saying that your girlfriend has feelings for her ex. I just, guys, trust your girlfriend.
John's violent behavior could shift suspicion towards him. But despite Wayne's accusations, something still doesn't add up. His story, with its inconsistencies and gaps, keeps raising suspicions. Because prior to this interrogation, detectives learned that on the day of Katie's death, Wayne arrived late to work and he admits to walking near the abandoned house around the time Katie disappeared.
Lawyer.
More importantly, while at work, Wayne was aware that Katie might be inside that very house. Yet despite that suspicion, he never alerted authorities. Instead, he waited until the end of the day, went there himself, and only then called the police. All of this places Wayne squarely in the crosshairs of investigators, and unknowingly pushes them further into the real killer's trap.
He really has no motive to kill her. I mean, he's getting pussy. He's getting fucked. He's, like, living in the house. He's living in the house for cheap. He's getting pussy on only one time. Yeah, buddy. You know there was going to be other times. Just clapping her cheeks in front of her husband. And then, like, $200 a month. Probably sometimes free food. Like, he's a happy man. He's living life right now. Like, that's all he wanted. Why would he kill her? There's no reason. He's not gonna be fucking jealous of her husband.
Because in the next few minutes, the interview will take a terrifying turn as detectives unknowingly edge closer to forcing an innocent man
Edge? They're edging?
into confession.
Once again, lawyer, because they want to force you to confess to something you didn't do.
To a brutal murder that he never committed. But before we get to that, recently I'd been dealing with these headaches for 3 weeks straight, and I used
so
compare
sorry.
high has over one I can it's plus Z, and something you that's Z in the description.
President
not
Donald
sponsor
Trump,
them.
Governor Abbott, and Senator
Bro.
Cruz. President
God damn
Donald
it.
Trump, Governor Abbott, and Senator Cruz all agree.
Fuck.
Need to call doctor's offices and wait on hold either. So if there's something you've been ignoring, make it easy. And with that said, let's get back to doctor today.
Okay, we're good.
With that said, let's get back to Wayne's interview.
Chat, if you're having health problems, get a doctor. If you can
Detective?
afford it. I understand healthcare is expensive.
Are on the verge of pushing an innocent man into a murder confession.
Why did you call the police?
I didn't think of it at the time. I didn't.
Did you know she was dead?
Did you know that she was dead? That is the most baiting question.
Why would you
Why the fuck are you yelling at him, motherfucker?
think the best idea is for you to walk into what turns out to be her final resting place, where somebody murdered her and dumped her down there like a piece of trash?
Dude, he's pissing me off.
You know why you didn't look in the bathroom?
We glanced in there with the flashlight. Like, if you're standing at the door of it, you can see in there.
You can't see in the tub. I'm telling you, I was up there in the day. Cause she wasn't in the tub. This defies any kind of
See what I mean? Just absolutely laying into an innocent person.
logic that I have experienced in my 62 years on this earth.
Hey, Unc, shut the fuck up and find the real killer. Like, oh, 62 years on this earth. You look like a fucking fool right now, bro. All you're doing is trying to get an innocent man to confess. No reason for him to have killed her. He just wanted more pussy. And you're over here 62 years on this planet. Maybe time to fucking turn in the badge, bud.
You look like you're gonna pass out.
Yeah, you're fucking screaming at him. No shit. See, this shit pisses me off. He needs a lawyer. See, there's literally just talk.
This is too much.
I bet it is.
Get it off of you then.
I'm sure it is.
Get it off of you then, bro. Like, shut up.
All you gotta do is lay it down. You lay the burden down, that's the only way you'll be forgiven.
Only way you'll be forgiven. Hey, bud, you're convincing someone who's innocent to lie.
You gotta say, I messed up.
But he didn't mess up.
Help me.
That's that right there. Chap, this is why I'm telling you. I cannot stress it enough when I watch these videos. You need a lawyer.
What you gotta say? And I'll do it. But I'm not gonna do it on credit.
Detectives remained suspicious of Wayne, but with him sticking to his story and
Good boy.
no hard evidence, they couldn't yet arrest him.
See, that's a crucial thing right there. No hard evidence. If you are innocent, they don't have hard evidence on you. Even if you're guilty and they don't have hard evidence on you, right? They're trying to force you to a confession. They're trying to force you so that you make their job easier and they can just pin it on you. Doesn't even matter if you're innocent. Even if you confess and you're innocent and they figure it out, they'll probably just brush it under the rug.
Instead, they collected his DNA sample to compare with the DNA found underneath Katie's fingernails. But that's when, just a few hours after Wayne's interview, as police search the area around the abandoned house, they stumble upon Katie's car, only a few miles from the crime scene, left abandoned in a nearby parking lot.
The actual photo? Damn.
It looked as if she had left in a hurry, but the reason her car ended up there would remain one of the biggest mysteries for the following months. Up to this point, everything was going according to the killer's plan, one designed and carried out by Katie's own husband, John Blauvelt. But Wayne's comments about his jealousy pushed detectives to dig deeper. What they found was a restraining order filed months earlier, after John had allegedly pulled a gun on Katie when she
Trying to convince an innocent man when there's literally a domestic violence restraining order. Also, murders most of the time are because of the partner, and you're convincing a random man. You're trying to convince a random man to confess to something he didn't do. It's fucking stupid.
she refused to give him her phone.
Stupid.
For the first time,
Refused to give her phone. There's probably a reason for that. She's probably texting the other dude. I'm gonna be honest here, guys, but it's not worth to pull a gun out. I'm sorry, but it's not worth it.
Despite his efforts, officers were seriously beginning to suspect John. So the next day, on October 26th, detectives approach him at his office on the military base where he works. Their goal is simple: hear his side of the story, verify his alibi for the day Katie died, and see how he reacts under pressure. For most perpetrators, this would be the moment.
Damn, look at this motherfucker in the corner. He's on like speed or something.
Everything starts to fall apart, but John isn't like the rest. He would play it perfectly.
You,
Damn.
just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it.
Alright, well, they're out off of Southeast Main Street. There was a body that was found in the house, okay, an abandoned house. And at this point, we're able to say that it is Captain, okay? I'm so sorry for your loss, sir. At this time, we are investigating, and we would investigate every death of the same.
He doesn't look sad enough.
But we start with homicide and work our way from there, okay? What the restraining order deal? What's the deal with that?
That's because a charge back that I got back in February, domestic violence first degree.
Domestic violence first degree.
Do you know if she had any issues with anybody? Anybody that wouldn't hurt her or anything like that?
No, and I know that she's been dating around, and it's whatever, because I've been too. But.
Notice how John intentionally directs detectives towards the fact that
She's dating around.
Katie is dating around. Him pointing this out is...
Well, are they separated? Well, seeing the fact they have a restraining order against him. What is he expecting, bro? Why would she be loyal to you when you pulled a gun on her, bro?
Take a win.
I mean, obviously she was cheating on you, right? She was cheating on you. But it's not worth it.
It's a strategy. By controlling the narrative this early, John is quietly planting a story that will protect him later.
Did you work this Monday?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get off Monday?
Like 2:30ish, 2, I don't know.
Did you stop anywhere on the way home?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Why were you looking for Katie?
For Cheyenne. Cheyenne's destroyed right now. I'm just trying to...
What the fuck you mean, why is he looking for Katie? It's his ex, or it's his wife, bro. Like, he obviously cares about her, right? Like, just because... I mean, the entire situation on why he got the domestic violence thing is because he was emotionally distraught because she was cheating on him, right? Wouldn't give him the phone. One, overreaction on his part. If you know she's cheating, just leave. That's all the evidence you need. But also, like, he obviously still probably gonna have feelings for his fucking wife. And also, the fuck you mean, why is it? Because, like, the families are intertwined at that point. Once you get married, the families get intertwined.
Oh, bro.
Who do you know that would want to do harm to her?
Not nobody.
Do you know there's a guy that used to live with you, redheaded fella?
Obviously,
yeah.
Obviously he fucking knows him. They fucked the wife together. He watched him fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his story?
Just regular dude. Good guy.
See, at least he respects him, bro. He respects him.
What do you do for the Army?
Well, right now I just sit in this office, small office right now. Because of the civil investigation, all of my recruiting duties have been suspended.
Are you familiar with this abandoned house?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the spot.
What's the spot?
Hangout spot. Am I being charged with a crime? Because he's recording me, and I'm not comfortable with that.
No.
And if I am, I'd like to contact a lawyer.
Smart. First fucking smart thing he has ever said. That is smart. Ask for a lawyer. But it's not whether you're being charged with crime. You don't have to be charged for a crime. If you are suspect in a crime, or if they have even the slightest feeling that it is you, get a lawyer.
Because this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
He articulated that very clearly. Obviously, the piece of shit needs to be in jail, but
You're not being charged. Okay.
see how they worded that? You're not being charged.
Right now.
Chat.
As the interview ends, John does something counterintuitive. He defends Wayne, the man he's secretly framing. It's a manipulation tactic known as reverse empathy. By showing compassion, he makes himself appear harmless and trustworthy. John's first interrogation had gone almost perfectly, leaving detectives with little they could use against him. Still, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. With no evidence to hold him, he was let go, and officers would turn to those closest to John and Katie, their friends and family, unaware that John had already influenced them.
Whoa, what?
Go, and officers would turn to those closest to John and Katie. Evidence to hold him, he was let go, and officers would turn to those closest to John and Katie, their friends and family, unaware that John...
Okay, here's the thing though. It's very easy to manipulate friends and family, especially when, like, you're dealing with this sociopathic person, right? Like, he is a fucking sociopath or psychopath, right? He does not care about any of their feelings. He cares about his side, his point of view, him being right in the story, him being the victim. And like, it is very easy for him to throw around, oh, she's cheating on me, as like an excuse for them to all be on his side, which is just
had
like,
already
ridiculous.
influenced them. Detectives started with Crystal, Katie's best friend, and at the time, also John's roommate. John knew exactly what to expect here. In his interrogation, he had already planted the idea that Katie was dating around, and Crystal, being one of Katie's close friends, also knew about her dating habits.
See? He's able to use the fact she was cheating on him as like him being the victim. When, by the way, he has a fucking domestic violence restraining order from her, which means she's allowed to date around, guys. Like, she's allowed to date around. When he pulled a gun on her, they are not together anymore.
His hope was that she would unknowingly reinforce this misdirection, steering suspicion towards anyone but him.
Alright, October 28th, 2016, 4:47 p.m., Simpsonville Police Department. Like I said, all I asked is that you don't tell John you're up here. And he's not the only suspect.
Smart.
You know, there's other people we're talking to and questioning. So, has he made any statements about, you know, if I go to jail for Katie's murder?
He's just, I mean, he said that, you know, it sucks for him because he feels like he's going to get in trouble for it. But, you know, he's like, I didn't do this, you know? Like, I'm tired of people coming after me.
Right.
See, me and John actually really do get along. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie about him
That's
at all.
weird.
I'm going to tell you the straight up truth. If he's acting weird, I'm going to tell you, but it wasn't. I was thinking last night about it. I really was. Just maybe a split second thought that it could have been John. But he's, ever since Katie's gone missing, he's made sure that there was more than one person around him. At the time that Katie died at 8 o'clock at night, John would, all three of us were sitting in the living room. I mean, from 5 o'clock.
That's weird. He's going out of his way to make sure he's not being associated with a missing person. Right? That is strange behavior. That is someone who feels the need to cover up. Obviously, I understand why, because immediately they're going to blame the spouse. Which in this case, he fucking did it, so.
When he came back home, till me and my boyfriend left for work the next morning, he was there.
Notice how Crystal mentions that John got home at 5 p.m. and
he got off at 2, though.
Stayed there the entire evening until morning. It's a detail that would later turn out to be part of John's manipulation.
So, if you had to take a guess at who killed her, what would you say?
I don't know because I heard a lot of things, and I know she had a Tinder, and I know that she was dating a lot of people.
Damn.
You know.
Damn. She just threw her fucking homegirl under the bus, bro.
Diane telling me that she took a lot of people down in the house. I didn't even know the house existed.
What were John's feelings or thoughts toward Katie to you?
I mean, I know that he loved her. I know that he still does. I mean, he's mad because of what Katie is accusing. You know, he held the gun up to my head and stuff like that. And just by the way she was talking, I knew she was lying. Because that's what she did. Me and her used to get each other in trouble all the time in high school. That's what she would do. She would lie, you know?
So do we think the restraining order was real if her best friend is saying she was lying? Did he actually pull a gun on her? I think he probably did. Or he was physical.
Just as John hoped, Crystal's account added fuel to the idea he had planted. By emphasizing Katie's dating life, she unknowingly fed into John's narrative, suggesting the threat may have come from someone she was seeing, maybe even Wayne. Next came Catherine, John's ex-wife and the mother of his child.
Yo, how many people has John fucking married, bro? How many fucking people?
He had already made sure she wouldn't say too much. Fear, and their shared child, would be enough to keep her quiet.
The fact John has a kid. Valorant ad, Omen, W Omen and Cypher. Back when I played Valorant, I was a Cypher and Omen main. And Brimstone.
This is Investigator Hawkins.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
With you being married to him for 7 years, with the drinking, greed, and sober, has there been any violence between the two of you?
How long were they married?
With the drinking.
Nice to meet you.
With you being married to him for 7 years,
Damn, 7 years.
drinking, greed, and sober, has there been any violence between the two of you? Okay. I mean, I'm not here to go and arrest him for something that happened, 10 years ago or anything like that, but
Why do you think she would talk to you, bro? If she talks, she's gonna get hurt. She's
don't
stupid.
want to go into anything that had to do with us because
Facts, because it's not about y'all. I mean, I understand that they're trying to set up like a past character and stuff, and like repetitive behavior in him, but with her bringing this shit up, and if it gets shown, I mean, that drags the kid into it, that drags him into it, and that puts her at risk. I mean, the dude's already a loose cannon.
that doesn't have anything to do with what happened between him and Katie.
I mean, it's not that you're incriminating yourself.
He's a good guy. I mean, I'm alive. Yeah.
I'm alive. That is a fucking horrible thing to say.
I would assume I wouldn't be if he was that crazy.
Well, you never know. It only takes one time for somebody to snap.
No, but he's never snapped with me for some reason.
Plus, you two have a kid together, so.
Yeah, there's that,
Maybe
but
that has something to do with it.
Did you ever think about the fact that maybe he didn't kill her because he doesn't want to take care of his kid?
All right, I'll give you a business card with my phone number on there.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much for coming up here. I appreciate it.
Catherine's silence kept John safe for now, but the final interview with Katie's niece, Cheyenne, would not go according to John's plan. Unlike Crystal or Catherine, she wouldn't protect him. Instead, she would point suspicion directly at John and reveal a motive that would tie everything together. For the first time, his carefully built plan would start to fall apart.
Oh, John.
Alrighty. Your name is Cheyenne Paxton, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is Thursday, October 27th at 8:52 a.m. Simpsonville Police Department.
Damn, I know for that shit.
Yeah, homicide investigation. Caitlin Blackbelt. Have you ever seen John get violent towards Katie?
I've never seen him put his hands on. I've seen them argue.
Would Katie have gone over to his house on her own?
Within the last 3 weeks to a month, like I know.
So if he says he hasn't seen her since July, that's
End of July. Yeah, no, he's seen her. I know that John is really angry at Katie for a lot of things.
Because she was cheating on him.
Tell me what he's mad about her for.
He feels like that it's her fault. That all, that their relationship went bad.
Okay. It takes two to make a relationship go bad. But let's also point out the fact that while he was drunk, she literally convinced him to have a threesome with her, him, and the ex-boyfriend in the house. Fucking insane, by the way.
And everything kind of went bad.
I mean, how do you think he's gonna feel? How do you think your husband's gonna feel about that after you sober up?
Well, he feels like it's her fault that he's losing his job.
That's bullshit. That's not her fault.
And that he got in any trouble.
Don't be a dickhead.
And he just blames it all on her,
That's lack of responsibility, chat. If you are going to be violent towards someone, expect repercussions.
And I don't know if this matters or not, but I know he has like a $150,000 life insurance policy on her too.
Damn.
I appreciate you coming in. I know it's not easy, especially when somebody close to you, but it's important. A lot of this information you gave us, good information that we need. So.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives.
Fuck
Let me
you,
just tell
JT.
you what it does. First of all,
Cheyenne's interview gave detectives their first real motive pointing to John. But motive wasn't enough. They needed evidence.
They have a few leads, but they have no defined person of interest just yet.
As the investigation dragged on, the detectives' frustration began to grow. John had covered himself so carefully that they couldn't even get a judge.
Does anyone know how old John is?
to approve a DNA warrant. Without
That's crazy.
it, they had nothing that could tie him directly to Katie's final moments.
I feel like a DNA warrant should be very, very easy to come by. Like, I understand protecting someone's personal DNA, but also, like, it is a spouse. He has a restraining order against her. That should be enough for him to get the DNA warrant. Like, he's clearly acted in violence against her. Allegedly. I mean, the court says it, so I'm going to assume that he did. But that should get a DNA warrant.
It's now been 4 days since Katie was killed, and detectives didn't have any solid evidence. They knew John was smart, but so were they. Out of options and patience,
Hey, buddy, you had a fucking dude who was 62 years old try to gaslight innocent man who found the body and was looking for his ex-girlfriend that he's clearly still in love with into committing he did the murder when he had no fucking motive. So maybe y'all aren't that smart, and that really pissed me off about y'all, so I am very much doubting y'all's capabilities.
Began planning something different. They began forming a new, risky, and very unconventional plan. In just 2 days, they would set a trap for John. A trap at Katie's own funeral.
That's Aura.
In the days leading up to the funeral, detectives stayed ready. While they waited, Katie's family mourned and tried to make sense of what happened. 22-year-old Katie had spent the past year working at PetSmart, surrounded by animals she was saving and taking care of. She was easygoing and warm, quick to make friends, and close with her family. But her peaceful life from just days earlier would make what was about to come only more unsettling.
John.
As the day of the funeral came, detectives entered the funeral home early, working quietly before guests began to arrive. They positioned hidden cameras around the room and secretly wired the space for sound.
Alright, so, like, another thing I want to ask is, like, I wonder if he makes these videos, because, like, himself, I bet he has a team of editors, because he's been doing it for a while, and he has over 4 million subs. Like, that's insane, and he obviously makes hella bread off this shit, so he probably has a team of editors, but I want to know, like, he should do, like, a story about himself and how he makes his content. But that would also mean people would steal it. Alright, I'll unpause.
Normal, but in reality, detectives controlled every detail. They'd placed cups of water and other drinks where guests could easily reach them. The plan was simple. Get John to drink from one of the cups, catch it on video, collect his DNA from the cup, and compare it to the DNA found on Katie's body. On October 30th, the day of the funeral.
But at the same fucking time, would have been easier to get a warrant than just fucking steal his DNA. Like, this is the shit. Just because the judge doesn't fucking... Like, you're not protected from them not getting your DNA, even if a judge is like, yo, you can't get his DNA. Like, this is what I'm fucking talking about. It's just like...
Detectives set their plan into motion, but what their cameras are about to capture goes far beyond anything they expect.
Wow. Why is he looking at her like that, you fucking weirdo? That is crazy. That's really disrespectful. That's wild. They should at least, like, clean her up for the funeral. How is that a bad thing to say? I mean, okay, why is she laughing? But that's a pretty valid thing to say. Like, hey, why didn't you clean up, I don't know, the person who was brutally murdered for an open casket funeral? That is literally the entire job of someone back there. I don't know the name of the job.
As John leaves the funeral home, detectives know their plan has worked.
Giggling?
They quickly return to retrieve the cup he had drank from and the hidden camera they placed earlier. When they review the footage, 3 critical things stand out, all of which will become pivotal to the entire investigation. The first is exactly what they were hoping for. John drinks from one of the cups and leaves it behind, giving detectives the evidence they need to collect his DNA without a warrant and compare it to the samples found on Katie. The second detail is something they never expected. The footage captures John.
Chat, by the way, if you are a suspect in a murder case or whatever, like a very big suspect, my biggest advice, don't drink things in random places. Don't throw your trash away in regular trash cans. Get a lock on your trash can so they can't get it. Yeah. That way, obviously, don't commit bad crimes. And also, get a fucking lawyer. Why does nobody get a lawyer in these things?
Walking up to the casket, taking pictures of Katie's body while making unsettling comments. And the
"she's all fucked up" is not an unsettling comment. That is a very normal reaction to seeing a brutally murdered body.
Third, perhaps most unsettling of all, is that John isn't alone. Standing beside him is an unidentified young woman who quietly tells him to stop taking pictures, then giggles moments later. Her behavior
Okay, the giggling was weird, but also, why is it weird for him to have a girlfriend and them swing by a funeral? I don't feel like that's... I mean, it is weird because it's his ex-wife. Actually, yeah. But also, I don't know.
Immediately,
the giggling was really weird.
Drew attention, and detectives decided to collect her cup as well for DNA testing. And when they began digging into her identity, they discovered the woman was 17-year-old Hannah Thompson.
Chat, she's 17, bro. She's 17. We have a PDF on our hands.
A friend.
Where's Jadion when we need him?
And more recently, John's new roommate. They also learned that she had once been close friends with Katie. Given her connection to John and Katie and her strange behavior at the funeral, detectives know Hannah isn't just another witness. She might be the key to solving the entire case.
True.
And they were dead on. At this point, detectives have interviewed Wayne, John, and people from both John and Katie's circle. They also collected crucial evidence and leads, and now believe that Hannah, the 17-year-old who lived with John, could be the key to uncovering...
Can we stop saying lived with him? We all know they're in a relationship. He is a PDF. She didn't just live with him, she was sleeping with him.
The truth about Katie's murder. The next day, on October 31st, a week after Katie's death, detectives approach Hannah and bring her in for interrogation. If anyone knows what really happened, it's her.
When was the last time you...
She should get a lawyer, chat. She is technically still a minor, but can be charged as an adult. She should get a lawyer.
You saw Katie?
A few months ago.
What was your feelings towards her?
I mean, I've always seen her as a friend because I lived with her for a little bit.
Right. So is it fair to say you were on good terms with her when she was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you end up going to her visitation Saturday?
No, I didn't.
So why are we lying? Don't lie.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't get to say goodbye to her?
But you did.
I know John, I think, went there Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't get to go with him?
I went with him, yeah.
Mark. Okay, you know what? She didn't lie. He said Saturday. I didn't catch that. It was Sunday.
I didn't go Saturday there because her family doesn't really like me because of her niece Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of off and on friends, and I think she might have said something about me that her family didn't really like me.
Did you go in the room and pay your respects, or how did that go?
It was hard. It was really hard.
How long did you stay in the room with her casket?
They already know this, but they're fishing for results, so that if she says 6 minutes and she was only there for 4, that they'll use it in court and be like, oh, she's a liar. She was trying to say she spent longer. This is what they fucking do. Get a lawyer, bro.
10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
What y'all talk about while you're in there?
We didn't talk at all.
Nothing?
Mm-hmm. We just see each other, moments, I guess.
John never take his cell phone out and take a picture of her?
No, he didn't.
You sure? Or you can tell me. Some people do that.
Yeah, no, he never took a picture of her.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time.
I want Cane's.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not.
Watch Hannah's behavior closely. As the questions get more direct, her eyes start darting between the detectives. She fidgets with her hands, picks at her nails. Her whole demeanor shifts. It's clear she's getting nervous, and the detectives can see it too.
So while you were in that room, you two never talked at all?
I kind of rubbed his back a little bit. I told him that it was okay, but other than that, we didn't really talk.
Was he crying? Were you crying?
It was just hard, seeing somebody like that.
I bet. Okay. Monday night at some point before you went out, you guys carried out a bag of trash to your car, or to his car, right?
I don't remember.
Trash to a car.
So you don't recall carrying out a trash bag or him cleaning anything up? Having to put stuff in the trash?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On Monday, the day Katie was killed,
See, but I feel like that's pretty normal to not remember if you take trash out.
one of their roommates reported seeing John and Hannah carrying out several bags of trash. At the time, detectives didn't think much of it. It felt like a small, irrelevant detail with nothing to back it up. But now, with all this new information coming together, that statement suddenly stood out. It was another piece of the puzzle, something they could finally use to put more pressure on Hannah.
Just so you understand, we've been working this case steady since she disappeared.
Right.
So there's a lot of these things that we know the answers to. I can tell you already, you're lying to me. Okay?
True.
You do not want to get wrapped up in catching the murder charge. I gotta tell you
that is
something.
true.
At the funeral home, we were there. Okay? There was a camera in the room. There was a recorder in the room. We heard everything you guys said. So do you want to go back and rehash that?
I don't. It was not
Liar.
easy to see her like that.
Is that why there was some giggling and stuff?
Damn.
There's not any giggling.
Cap.
We've been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Oh my god.
you're not-
Fucking Unk is back, bro. Unk pisses me off. He's the one who tried to get the fucking what's his name? Wayne dude to fucking admit he murdered her when he clearly didn't.
This is a murder. You understand?
Murder. Shut the fuck up, Unk.
What do you think about somebody that would
Bad
stab a
bitch.
girl in the neck to the point where the knife went all the way through to the other side,
That's wild.
and then stick her body like a piece of trash in the basement of an abandoned house to sit there for a day and a half before somebody finds her?
Look at her, man. She's right
I
here.
don't want to look at her.
That's your friend.
Insane to say.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't want to do what? Don't want to help us find out who killed her?
All you gotta do is tell the truth. It would be so easy.
I can't look at her.
Can I
can't look at her.
can I tell you something? To tell the truth, you don't have to try. It just flows. It just comes out.
Cap.
We're also aware of what people have told us about you and Katie. They're telling us that you didn't like her one bit.
Damn.
Well, after me and John started
Fucking.
getting together,
Yeah.
Katie started not liking me. If you know something and you're trying to cover up for
Oh yeah. Ironic for Katie to not like her because John and her were getting together. I feel like it goes deeper than that.
it, you're gonna go down with the rest of them. You're gonna go down with the person who did this to her. I don't know anything about her murder.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I really don't.
We really do. You do.
Damn,
We
Unk
know
is
more
going
than
at
you
this
think.
shit.
I don't
Get a
wanna talk
fucking lawyer, you idiot.
Even
luck
after
to you.
being confronted with the footage and being caught in multiple lies, Hannah refused to give up on any additional details she may withhold. But while none of this gave detectives the
fuck.
The whole before he's like nobody there.
have to be careful. If they
Oopsies.
push too far without enough to arrest him, it could tip him off, causing him to disappear.
Bro.
We hadn't really had a chance to sit down.
By the way, chat, at this point, his best bet, go to Mexico. Go to a non-extraditing country. I mean...
I know I talked to you that day that when we notified you about her.
Well, if he flees also, he gets a treason charge. Because he's in the U.S. military. He's abandoning his service. he'll not only get hit with a murder charge, he'll get hit with a treason charge, and like fleeing and stuff, like all those extra charges they'll add on.
Death. Yeah. And things are kind of emotional and everything. So, right. So the viewing was Saturday, right?
Right. 2 to 4 on Saturday.
And when did you get?
I went Sunday.
On an unrelated note, I do like a shirt.
2:30 on Sunday.
Okay. So they just had a private thing for you? Did you go by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I took Hannah with me.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
How was that hard?
Yeah. Because I mean, first of all, there's nobody there but me and her, so we're just kind of standing there staring at like Katie's nasty, like dirty, disgusting body. I've seen people dead. I've fucking dealt with this shit before, and now there's nobody else there. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that night, somebody says you.
Them holding the fact that he's like saying the body was dirty against him is a little bit ridiculous. She was found in a basement. After a day, they apparently didn't clean her up, and she was brutally murdered. There was blood all over her. Like, obviously he's gonna be grossed out by it. I mean, obviously he did it, but him commenting about that, like, if he was a normal human being and wasn't a murderer, and they made a comment like that, that's fucking normal. Like, yeah, you're gonna be grossed out.
Hannah were putting some trash from a bag, like a trash bag in the back of the Prius.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
He drives a Prius.
Remember doing that?
Oh yeah. Marley had like the most explosive shit on the floor.
Damn.
And stunk up the whole house. I threw out like 4 towels.
This moment reveals Hannah's a lie. She claimed she couldn't remember taking any trash out, yet John's statement confirms otherwise.
By the way, saying she doesn't remember does not mean that they didn't.
It's a small clue, but one that'll soon become part of a much bigger picture.
So you guys got home around 3 roughly.
Yeah.
Brandon and
Crystal
were there. What happened after that? After you're done running?
How many people live in the fucking house?
To get some money that he owes me.
Damn.
What's he owe you?
He owed me $500 for when he crashed my car.
Where'd you meet this guy at?
At the Zaxby's on Fairview.
But he was in the Army with you?
Yeah. Yeah,
we deployed together?
We deployed together.
Did you go anywhere before that?
Where was he deployed at?
This is where John makes his first mistake, mentioning a name detectives have never heard before. Charles Scott, his friend from the military, someone who'd later prove to know far more about the night Katie died than anyone realized.
I don't know how much you know about cell phones and stuff like that, but as you go around, your cell phone's constantly searching for signals and stuff like that. Right. So with that said, is there anything, going back to last Monday, is there anything that you've told me that your cell phone records would say otherwise?
I don't believe so.
What if I told you that your cell phone...
Did the time just change? Was there just a time change? Because I could have sworn. Interesting. Have I really only been live for an hour? I thought I went live at what's it called? 7.
Where you say you were.
Then I'd also say that her cell phone pinged in West Virginia.
Yeah, that ended up being a AT&T mishap. They plugged in the wrong phone number.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What if I told you that Charles Scott's phone number pinged in the same area that yours did, and not around Zaxby's?
When?
Monday night.
He's got freedom of moving on him. We can call him. We can ask him.
Okay. So the night, this Monday night that we were talking about, around 6:15, sometime around that time frame, can you think of any reason your phone would show that you were in that area of Augusta Road and Whitehorse Road?
No.
You need the lawyer, bro. Especially if you know you did it. Just lawyer up.
Is there any reason you and Charles were talking a lot that?
Because that question would immediately get intervened and be told to reword it.
Even if...
Yeah. Because that's the night that...
You don't, like, that question itself, all you need to respond is, because we are friends.
He was here. That's the night he was available.
That's,
I'm not looking to offend you.
They're asking open-ended questions on purpose. If he had a lawyer, the lawyer would make them restructure the questions. Or he would just not answer it. Because, I'm sorry, their entire point is to...
But it's questions that we need to get answered and cleared up.
And I'm not saying that he should get defended. I mean, everyone has the right to a fair and just trial. But he is a piece of shit. But I'm talking about someone who's innocent. Like the dude earlier in the video who they tried to basically force him to confess. Like, that's the entire reason I'm saying
Katie
this.
have any kind of life insurance policy?
Through the military, yeah. She's automatically enrolled.
Okay.
Same as my daughter.
Would you be willing to take polygraph so we can go ahead and do that with you and eliminate you and start looking elsewhere?
No.
I have to talk to my lawyer about that
Good.
first.
Okay.
See what he says, because I don't know about that at all.
As the interview ends, detectives have their first real connection between.
Don't do a polygraph unless it is through your lawyer. The lawyers always have someone who'll do the polygraph. So if you fail the polygraph will never see the light of day. If you pass the polygraph, then it can see the light of day.
John and Charles.
And polygraphs are not always reliable.
Both of their phones show activity near the area where Katie's body was found. It isn't enough to make an arrest, but it's enough to keep digging. And with a new name now tied to the night of the murder, John can sense it. Detectives are closing in.
As they
At this
should.
point, the main circle of suspects included Wayne, John, Hannah, and now more recently, Charles Scott, John's friend from the army. But as detectives slowly pressed forward,
Really shitty friend, by the way, to just throw his buddy in there.
John was growing uneasy. For the first time, he was starting to realize his master plan might not hold. That's when, on November 4th, 11 days after Katie was killed, detectives received a call that would send the case in a whole new direction.
They actually look really good at their job. Like, it's only been 11 days, and then they're like very close.
Crystal, who was John's roommate and had been interviewed earlier, came forward with information that changed everything.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, we're good.
What's been going on since, I don't know, you got a phone call on Wednesday?
At 3:30, he called and he said, are y'all at home? And we said no. And he said, okay, all right, bye. And then just hung up. Well, me and Brandon got home about 6:15, 6:30, and we seen that in our room we have, like I said, the Halloween lights just going across the ceiling. The attic is right where that light is at, and I had the lights going across the attic. Well, when we come back, they were just torn down. We haven't even touched them. They were just ripped out from the attic, and once we figured out he was gone, we went searching through the house, making sure all the windows were locked and covered, and because I've never been in a house alone like that, except for my apartment. But he was gone, you know, and we couldn't call him because the cops have his phone. I said, Brandon, we need to go back outside and call the Simpsonville Detective Warlock. And I told him what was happening, and he was like, I was like, if you want to come and search the house right now, I'll give you full permission. And he said, well, I can't do that without a warrant. And he was like, and I was like, well, there's no way that somebody can come out here and like search the house or anything like that. And he said, no. He said, your best bet is
Use the homeowner. If she's a resident of the house and she's afraid, I don't know, actually. If he's the homeowner, yeah, they need a warrant.
to go stay the night somewhere else. He was like, because you're possibly living with a murderer.
John was gone. His disappearance also meant he abandoned his military service, officially classifying him as a deserter. However, as investigators would soon learn, he wasn't alone. He had fled with none other than the 17-year-old girl, Hannah Thompson.
Imagine being able to build anything.
What a PDF.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Oh,
a
PDF.
complete AI creation platform. Made for any.
And as officers across the state searched every highway, every motel, every possible route out of South Carolina with no sign of either of them, it became clear this wasn't just an investigation anymore. This was a manhunt. In the days that followed, leads were few. The pair had vanished completely off the grid. A 28-year-old former Army sergeant and a 17-year-old teenager, gone without a trace. Then, on November 19th, 26 days after Katie's death, a small breakthrough happened. John's red Yukon was captured on CCTV near Las Cruces, New Mexico, about 1,600 miles from Simpsonville, South Carolina, where he disappeared. And just 2 days later, on November 21st,
Why is he going all the way up there? He needs to just go straight into Mexico.
Same Yukon was found abandoned in the mountains of Umatilla County in Oregon, over 1,400 miles away from Las Cruces. Inside the vehicle, investigators found John's laptop, clothes, and camping gear scattered around, suggesting that after the crash, John and Hannah grabbed what they could and ran into the woods. The discovery confirmed what detectives had already feared. John and Hannah were constantly on the move, crossing state lines and staying just far enough ahead of law enforcement to vanish again. Later that same day, authorities issued arrest warrants for both John and Hannah, officially turning the case into a nationwide manhunt. By this point, John and Hannah had already been on the run for over 2 weeks before any warrants were ever issued, putting them far ahead of law enforcement and nearly impossible to track. But once the warrants went active, detectives finally gained full access to their phones, chat logs, and internet history. And that's when...
I'm pretty sure you can leave America. Like, you don't need a passport to
their
leave.
worst suspicions were confirmed.
I just woke up and I already feel sad again. I feel like you're still talking to Katie.
I promise you I'm not talking to Katie.
I will leave you if you talk to her. I swear.
She's 17. It's his fucking wife, you idiot. Also, dude, you're like 30, bro. You're like over 30. She's 17.
I know. I'm not and I won't. She's gone. I'm done with her. I promise. I'm going through with that thing though soon.
I'm gonna be staying with you.
Good.
The messages between the two suggest that John had been planning the murder for months prior to it actually happening. And upon searching his internet history, they
sharpening a knife is very
found
easy.
Searches like how to make a two-way radio or how to sharpen a knife, leaving little to no doubt about his involvement. But with John and Hannah still missing, detectives had little choice but to wait, hoping...
How to sharpen a knife is a pretty normal fucking Google search. Okay?
For the next break...
But since he is, like, obviously on the run, it does not help
that
him
could pull them back on the trail. And that's when, on November 25th, 21 days after John and Hannah's disappearance, and over a month after Katie's death, detectives got a call from a South Carolina prison. But the caller wasn't just anyone. The call came from the cellmate of Charles Scott, John's army friend who was already in custody for an unrelated charge.
Damn.
Charles's phone had pinged near the abandoned house on the day Katie died, and his cellmate was about...
Hey, by the way, guys, if you were in prison, don't admit to shit, bro. Because the dude that you're sharing a cell with can use it to get time off his sentence. He can get special perks, he can get money in the book. There's just all type of shit they'll offer him. Because when you're in prison, you don't have shit. And when they have information, that means they're worth something to the police.
About to provide a lead that could give detectives the breakthrough they desperately needed, with details only the killer could have known.
Just as we're talking today, is that the Charles Scott you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. He told me that he killed a girl. Helped kill a girl. Wouldn't want his blame.
Yeah, why are you fucking talking about it, you idiot?
Named John, something like that. You know, they have put her in a drug house or an abandoned house, in a basement, in a box. That takes 2 people to open. He was the one that coerced her to the spot where John come up behind her and got her, grabbed her. And they met at a different location. When John got her, they put the knife to her. John stabbed her. I don't know how many times John stabbed her. He didn't say. He said he knows he stabbed her twice and John made him stab her twice. He actually said it scared him when he stabbed her at first, but then after he stabbed her, it made him feel a little better.
The fuck?
William's statements are shocking. His account of what happened closely mirrors the possible events of the night Katie died, and what he says next only grows more disturbing.
He said, well, this is the second time, but the first time he told me about, you know, how he coerced her to come to the spot. Now that we're going to talk about something about John, trying to help John come off of marijuana. John's on drugs real bad. After John grabbed her, they put her in John's Tahoe, red Tahoe, and took her to the scene. So where did they say where they
Why?
killed her at?
Like, what is the motive between him killing her? There's no fucking reason. But I guess I'm viewing this as like a sane person. There's just not. You could just fucking leave, run off with your underage. One, you should be in fucking prison for that shit. But no.
In the back of the Tahoe on the tarp. I said, look, be honest with me. I said, have they took your DNA? He said, no. I said, well, that's a good thing. I said, your DNA at the crime scene. He said, they hadn't took my DNA, it's not going to be there. All right. If you don't have anything else, Mark, we're going to go ahead and conclude the interview at 11:02 a.m.
He should have gotten something for that, by the way.
Mark's statements put serious allegations on Charles. It wouldn't be anything special, as false accusations like this happen when inmates try to get a deal with officers or get their sentence lowered. But in this instance, too many details added up. Details only the killer or someone heavily involved could have known.
Yeah.
One of those was his claim that Charles had lured Katie to a location near the abandoned house. For detectives, this suddenly made sense of why her car had been discovered just a few miles away, abandoned without a struggle. Charles also allegedly told his bunkmate that he and John wrapped Katie in a tarp to move her into the basement.
But why are you telling on yourself? Why are you snitching on yourself?
Matched forensics, which had already indicated she'd been moved after death. Now detectives have a chilling theory of how that happened. It was now a very big chance for the detectives to possibly catch one of Katie's killers, a chance they couldn't afford to waste. So without hesitation, they brought Charles in, hoping for the biggest breakthrough in the case yet. But detectives knew getting Charles to talk wouldn't be easy. They didn't have enough evidence to pin him down, and they needed something, anything, that could make him slip. So they decided to take an insane risk.
If he just shut the fuck up and never answered any of their questions and just didn't say anything, like, he would be fine. But seeing as the fact he already can't keep his mouth shut,
came up
we
with
know
a
how this is gonna
plan
go.
to push him over the edge. They would bluff, pretending that John had already been arrested and was ready to testify against him. If Charles believed it, the pressure might finally make him talk. But if he didn't, detectives would lose their best chance to get the truth.
Hey, by the way, snitching on the dude who already confessed, what the fuck are you gonna do about it, bro? Like, you can't do anything at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he already said it, like, if he already snitched, like, so keep your fucking mouth shut, get a lawyer, because what are you saying something? You opening your mouth, because possibly they could be lying to you, like in this case. What's it gonna do for you? Truly, what is snitching on the dude who already told, like, what he did to the police gonna do for you? Fucking nothing. Keep your mouth shut.
Let's get away from the polygraph, okay? Because you've been saying that ever since I read the warrant to you, okay? Because it's not looking good for you, okay?
Absolutely.
If a police officer says it's not looking good for you, that means they have no hard evidence on you.
Nothing to do with that girl's murder. Can I please take a polygraph test? Can I please take
Let me tell you that John was arrested in New Jersey. Okay? And he's staying like a bird to those investigators.
I don't care what he told you.
Smart. He also, okay, I really hope, see, this is a fucking long shot too, because they served together. They killed a woman together. They've probably been in fucking battle together out in, like, wherever they were deployed together. Like, for him to believe that, I mean, good luck.
I was not there. Investigator Manley told you that John was arrested earlier. Okay.
And see how they're consistently saying it?
And he's talking. What do you think he's saying? I don't know what he's saying. I don't know, but I know I've never seen that girl a day of my life. Well,
you were both there, Charles.
No, we was not.
As soon as the questioning starts, Charles demands a polygraph. And detectives know exactly what that means. Polygraphs aren't reliable, can be manipulated, and their results can't be used in court. It's an easy way out. Simple yes or no questions instead of real confrontation. And before long, his avoidance turns into an act of ignorance.
I never seen that girl.
But you knew that they were married, and you knew that John had problems.
No, I did not know.
You told me at the Fountain Police Department that John has talked about how she was fucking his career up.
That was a lie. Everybody's saying like a bird. I never had no weapon. You will not find no fingerprints or no weapon that I touched. Number one,
Why not?
Yeah, but hey, you fucking idiot. You won't find no fingerprints or a weapon I touched. Doesn't mean you didn't kill her. That means they're just not gonna find the fucking murder weapon.
Because I wasn't there. I didn't touch no weapon. I never had a weapon.
But he said, I'll never find fingerprints on a weapon that you touched.
Yeah.
So,
I guarantee
have you ever told anybody that you're involved in this murder?
Do I look stupid? Do I look like I would just go inside of a fucking jail to some guy I don't know and say, hey, man?
Yes.
And I murdered some girl.
You know what it looks like? It looks like you were remorseful for your actions. Well, let me ask you this. Where's the phone that you had that you communicated with Katie on?
Who's Katie? The girl that died?
Yeah.
I never communicated with her.
Where's the phone?
What phone?
The phone that was used to communicate
Get a lawyer, bro. Just get
with
a
the
lawyer.
girl the day that she was murdered.
Only phone that I had was the one you confiscated and the one in Miss Christie's house.
Even after the detectives bluff and revealed the testimony his previous cellmate made about Charles' involvement in the crime, he denied everything.
Smart. Honestly, chat, no glaze here, and honestly, he is a piece of shit for helping. But I don't fuck with police officers lying to people, because what if it was an innocent person at the same time? I mean, obviously, he's clearly not innocent, but that was just a stupid Hail Mary to pull, because, dude, they serve together. He knows that there's no evidence on him. Like, he was in the armed services. He probably fucking did interrogations or witness interrogations or, yeah. He's been on the other side of this. Like, when soldiers, like, let's say he was in Iraq, right? They're fucking taking over a village of the Taliban and they capture someone. Like, he's obviously gonna fucking pull the exact same shit that y'all are pulling on the fucking village, dude. Like, it's just,
Detectives couldn't ignore the phone data placing him near the house or the chilling details from his bunkmate. With no confession, all they could do was...
The bunkmate dead?
Wait. Charles's DNA was now added to the samples already being tested against the evidence found beneath Katie's fingernails. And when those results came back, they would finally reveal who was truly involved.
I've been exposed to such a rich tapestry of cultures.
It's so cool. Like, we enjoyed it so much.
Over 2 weeks have now passed since the last lead on the case. With false leads and missing crucial timelines, it was becoming more and more possible that the real killers of Katie would never be found. Until the detectives got a call from Hannah's parents, with information that could soon result in solving the whole case. Hannah had resurfaced, stating she had been abandoned by John and would soon come back to her hometown, so law enforcement would be there, waiting for her.
Why, bro? You're an idiot.
It was now the day when Hannah was supposed to come back to her home. Law enforcement secured all entries to the city, as well as all possible places she could go to. And finally, at 9 a.m., she would be spotted near her family home.
Why? Why would you go back? When you murdered someone, why would you go back to the scene of the crime?
From there, she would be...
I understand you don't have anything, but you have literally less than nothing when you go
instantly
back.
Detained and taken to the police department for interrogation. For the detectives, it was now or never. That was their biggest chance of finding out what had really happened and who is truly responsible for Katie's death.
What was the game plan when you guys left?
I don't think we really had one, like...
Get a fucking lawyer. But also, her parents aren't going to pay for a lawyer. So, she's screwed.
I guess both of us just kind of panicked. He decided that he wanted to leave, like, the state. And we, like, drove up into the mountains, and he just got the car, like, stuck in trees, like, in the mountains. So I was like, what are we gonna do? He said that we would hike. I kind of, like, stopped, and I was crying, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I need to go home. Like, he started, like, yelling at me and calling me names and saying that if I left, like, he was gonna kill me. Then, like, one morning, like, he had gotten up and left, And then I was just like, I'm not just gonna like sit here. Like, I got up and I went to like down the street to like a hotel, started crying, and then I sent a message to my mom and dad.
Hannah continued describing their time on the run, doing her best to avoid talking about the day of the murder. It went on for nearly 2 hours, and by then, the pressure had clearly worn her down. That's when the detective would start asking her the difficult questions, causing Hannah to break, revealing everything she knows.
Yeah, I mean...
Let's go back to that
And by the way, look, you can trust your military buddy, who obviously you've killed people in combat, you've been through worse situations, you've literally been on the brink of death with bullets whizzing by your head. But trusting your 17-year-old fucking side piece who has no fucking clue about the world, nothing in her head, like, I'm sorry, she's a fucking idiot, right? She is stupid. She's emotionally stupid. She is fucking obviously academically stupid because street smart stupid. Everything's stupid because she's fucking helped plan a murder. She fucking is dating a 30-year-old dude. I mean, the girl's fucked up. You trusting her with that shit is fucking stupid. Like, that's... why would you expect her to not snitch on you?
Okay, because we now have conversations between you and him.
And do you think you love her? Do you think she loves you? Bro, she's 17, you're 30. That shit's not working out.
On Wednesday about he's going to meet up with her, he's going to drink some beers with her at this abandoned house. He says he tries to meet up with her, it doesn't work. But then lo and behold, she's found at that abandoned house that he was supposed to go meet up with her at. Meanwhile, he randomly asks you to drop her off on Woodruff Road, or drop him off on Woodruff Road, and doesn't tell you why or anything. Okay? So can you please tell me what the game plan was? What did he tell you he was going to go and do?
He told me that he was just going to go down to her at work.
You drove him over there.
He kept telling me, like, every day that, like, it was my fault, and that he did it for me, and, like...
What did he say he did for you?
He said that... You know, we were in Oregon at the casino, he, like, yelled it really loud. He said that he killed her for me.
Hannah, was there a plan before this to get rid of Katie?
No,
not from you, but did John ever talk to you about getting rid of Katie? Honestly.
No.
What did he tell you about killing Katie?
He just said that, like, it was really, like, bloody.
Ew.
The knife broke. He just said that his hand broke. His knife. The last thing she said was ow. And she said that before that if he let her go, she wouldn't call the police.
Where was it, Hannah?
In the abandoned house.
Damn.
And you don't know exactly.
Fuck you, Hamza.
What he said, right?
Bro, cause Sekiro, nobody wants to watch fucking Sekiro, bro. I streamed Sekiro the other day and nobody fucking likes to watch it. I haven't quit the game. I'm still playing it. I'm on the fucking first boss. Watch the fucking video. Look, we're almost... That's not true. People watch Roblox horror and the streaming stuff. People watch Roblox horror like the most out of everything. That's what I like to stream. Just because it's funny. But I'm gonna play R6 also later. But I don't know. Sekiro is easier for me not. I might after I'm doing R6.
And the reason why I have to do this is because we're still hunting for John.
I haven't ever played any of the Resident Evil games.
As much as you think John cared about you, from an outsider's perspective, not knowing you, not being your mom.
They do fuck with the horror games, hella. Like, all my clips and shit, everybody fucks with the horror games, because I get scared as shit. They prey on my downfall, bro.
Unfortunately, Hannah's statements proved far less helpful in finding John than the detectives initially hoped for. Although she stated that John confessed to killing Katie.
Which one is Resident Evil? Let me see if I can find it. Dude, I fucking hate CST right now. It's not even that expensive. Ooh, this game actually looks good as shit. Is it a multiplayer?
And provided some new insights, she didn't
Resident
know
Evil
much about
7.
Charles's involvement. And while she could be arrested, detectives decided she might prove more useful free. After all,
Damn.
they now had her back
I'll
in the
still probably
city
play it.
and under close watch, which seemed like a small
Dude, I bet.
success.
It looks fucking
What they
terrifying.
didn't realize, however, was that this was all part of John's plan. Planting Hannah back in the city to infiltrate the case and feed him exactly what detectives knew, keeping him one step ahead.
Damn. Dude, he's fucking smart about it.
For years to come. Almost 3 months had passed since Katie's body was found in the basement of the abandoned house, and the killer was still out
This chick
there.
is like super fucked
But on that
up.
particular day, the long-awaited DNA results finally came back, and the results of DNA found under Katie's fingernails pointed to no one else but John himself. With the DNA matching to John, Wayne was cleared. But detectives still believed Hannah or Charles might have helped, or at least knew far more than they admitted. Detectives already knew that John was only using cash and most likely a fake ID. So all they could do at the moment was wait for John to make a critical mistake that would allow them to catch him. But John was careful. Very careful.
Since he was
It had been over 7 months since Katie's murder and 6 months since John went on the run, when on May 21st, 2017, investigators received tips and possible sightings of John in Washington, over 2,700 miles from South Carolina, where Katie was found dead, and over 300 miles away from where his red Yukon was found abandoned. Acting on these leads, they canvassed local businesses and retrieved CCTV footage from a parking lot in Washington where John was captured on camera.
Damn.
Unfortunately, despite getting close, John managed to slip away, vanishing off under the radar once again.
Smart.
For the next year,
He's
the
really
investigation hit a standstill. It wasn't until September 6, 2018, almost 2 years since Katie's death, when Hannah finally revealed that John had given her his journal and tools to hide, a crucial piece of evidence that would shift the case in a new direction.
What the fuck is this journal?
The journal became a pivotal piece of evidence, revealing John's state of mind and his premeditated intentions. It confirms that John's actions were driven by a deep desire to be with Hannah and his willingness to kill Katie to make that happen. During her interview, Hannah admitted she had been John's girlfriend and that she had been in constant contact with him before Katie's death. She also confessed that she had hidden John's journal, which contained disturbing entries about his obsessive thoughts and plans to escape with Hannah. This was the last significant breakthrough in the case for years. With no new leads, the investigation stalled.
Why didn't he just burn the
Detectives
fucking
spent the
journal?
next few years chasing down small tips and piecing together fragments of information, but nothing substantial came of it. The case gradually faded from public attention. Then,
surprised.
in 2022, 6 years after Katie's death, everything is about to change. After over 6 years of dead ends, U.S. Marshals and local law enforcement tracked John down in Oregon. He had erased his past, now living under the alias Ben Klein. Under his new identity, he had started a fresh life, marrying a new woman and leaving his
another fucking one. Bro, I feel bad for her.
past behind. The arrest felt surreal. John, who had spent so long evading capture, was now cornered. After years of hiding in plain sight, the truth had finally caught up with him, and the case was nearing its resolution. However, the mystery of how Katie was lured to the abandoned house remains unsolved to this day. Her phone was recovered damaged, limiting investigators' ability to access message content and app-based communications. And while rumors suggested Charles Scott might have had contact with her, this was never confirmed. With no physical or forensic evidence tying him to the crime, he was ultimately ruled out as a suspect and never sentenced. In 2022, during an interview after John's arrest, Hannah revealed for the first time that she and John had been in regular contact throughout the years he was on the run, continuing to text and communicate, even after she had returned to South Carolina. This new revelation shed light on her role in helping John evade capture. Finally, on September 20th, 2024, John Blauvelt was convicted of Katie's murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Hannah Thompson was charged with obstruction of justice and accessory after the fact, receiving a sentence of 10 years.
That's fucking wild. She deserved it, though. She deserved it. Alright, chat, we're gonna switch to R6 real quick, so let me just... let me pull it up, and I gotta go piss, so. Dude, I could have sworn I started streaming at 7. I didn't know it was, like, she was in a community change or some shit. Oh, you know what happened? Never mind. I'll be back. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My roommates were out there, so I'm just trying to. I'm back. Let's see. We're just gonna turn them on. Oh yeah, we're going live on TikTok also. Let me make sure that. Cause I'm trying to get my virtual camera set up on TikTok, but there's a bunch of loops I have to jump through, etc., etc. That shit. All right, chat. Let's run a game. We'll run a game or two, and then. I don't think I have any homework due tonight. What day is it? 27th? No, that should be good. That should be good. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, fuck. I need to also change my. Oh, we're Gucci. Oh, I hate fucking Canvas, bro. Canvas is so annoying. So what time do I have to be up in the morning? Tomorrow's Wednesday. 9 a.m. for business. It's 12:01. Intro to business. It's annoying. I think we're good. So we'll check though. Do we have any more assignments? Or I guess we're banning mute. And 27. No, we're good. Okay. Who do I want to play, guys? I'll play Thermite, just because I like Thermite. Yeah, I don't have assignments in this, but I do have quizzes. In my econ class, I have quizzes, but I don't have what's it called, assignments, so. I don't think, to be honest, I don't know if I'll ever hit champ in this game. Like, I probably have, I don't have that many hours. I probably have like 200, like over 100. I definitely have over 100 hours in this game, right? But I don't think I have like, what's it called? Like, champ. I don't know. I'm not that good at the game. You know what I mean? I can't change my loadout. That's a cool tank. Are we in, like, Tunisia? What fucking site is this on? Because we literally were, like... What's it called? Like, earlier in the stream, we were literally watching a video about 4chan versus Tunisia. Just make sure that this fucking... that we're good here. That we're good. Five versus 2, what the fuck? Damn. I'm not even in the fucking site yet, bro. Damn. Dude, the fucking recoil on Thermite's gun is so clean. So nice. And Mira. Just in case, you know. Ooh, I do have homework I have to do before tomorrow. Dude, this guy sends 2 fucking things of homeworks. I hate calculus. We're gonna keep playing Thermite. So do we have any assignments for this? Ooh, I do have another, couple assignments I gotta do tonight, so. Ooh, it's rough. Just making sure there's no thorns. I hear them. They're second floor, they're way up here there. Or no, there's first floor, they're underneath. fucking got. I got swung. Where was my crosshair? Because we're all fucking sitting there like ducks. Oh my god. Look, there's a CPQ.
Four last operator standing.
Oh, he's one, bro. Fuck. You need to be swinging those. Cam. Shoot. Cam. Idiot. Oh, you clutch. Now I look like an asshole. I'm sure it was not needed. But also, like, should have fucking done it. Street bingo, yo. I think I'm the only one that banned it, so yeah. I'm gonna play Thermite again, just cause. I've never played Sophia. There's Lion, there's Capito. I think I'm just gonna go with Thermite. I only have a ton of breachers, but I think it'll be good. You know what they say? More breachers the better. Yeah, the enemy team is ass. Twisty Edger is a fucking crazy name. Cam. I could've sworn there was a fucking. Yeah, there it is. I thought that was electrified for a second. Or second floor, I hear him. Yep. Dude, a fucking roamer on this map would go crazy. Just because of how big it is. But I don't know this map well enough to roam it. I mean, obviously I could figure it out pretty easy, but... Well, fuck it, we're just charging in with the rest of them. Please. Dude, hold the door. Oh my god. I was literally about to get the fucking craziest lineup on this shit. 1v1 and you can hold it from below. I mean, I did die, but I also died while I was trying to set up sight. Man, that would have been a really good sight setup too. Cause like, it's just hard. Like, you can't fucking defuse. That's true. Band alibi? What a weirdo. 2F. First. Ooh. Ooh. I'll tell you right now, Thorn Shotgun. No, Thorn Shotgun's dog shit. It's a no, it's an A70. I'm just gonna have to do this. Barbed wire. I'm gonna do deploy with shield because I'm gonna hold that Watch, I have an idea here. Twisty Edgars. Here's some hidden tech. Thorn will blow up this. I think if I did it there, right? So they'll get sat. They'll have to like hit it. Okay, but I think if I like, I don't know, if I put it like there, they'll run into it here. I don't know. It's good. I'll also do, so I'm just gonna Flush, you're gonna see my favorite strap. Hopefully that Thorn setup gets a kill. And there's a Ying. What the fuck? Oh, what a by the way. Storm's annoying as shit. Actually, bro, I know exactly what to fucking do. I think in the bathtub. Bathtub is safe. Damn. Damn, they really running this shield up. Dude, they can't get me. They can't get me in the bathtub. Unless they run up on my ass. I should have barricaded that door also. That was completely my fault. Help me! I'm bleeding now. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Never mind. Never mind. It's on you too. Don't forget me.
One friendly operator remaining.
I'm TKing. Don't forget me. I don't want to be in the bathroom anymore. Okay. Do we think a frost mat will work against these guys? I don't know. We're going frost. Do you think I could put a frost mat in the tub and then a bulletproof camera above it? Let's see. Let me see. Don't forget me. Oopsie daisies. Alright, chat. I have to go do homework. So, it was a great stream. I'm glad y'all could all stop by. I'll see y'all later.